On 26 April 2025, David Leung, a former branch secretary of the People's Action Party Thompson Division, published an open letter addressed to Ng Chee Meng, the PAP candidate for Jolon Kayu's single-member constituency. In a Facebook post, Leung urged Ng to publicly address concerns regarding two major controversies: the failed sale of NTUC Income-Allianz and the use of One Marina Boulevard, a prime asset intended to benefit workers. Leung's open letter closely followed a similar call by Tan Sui-che, former CEO of NTUC Income. Tan had earlier urged Jolon Kayu voters to question Ng's leadership, emphasizing the importance of accountability, governance, and citizen responsibility. Both letters reflect increasing pressure on Ng to clarify his role in decisions affecting workers' welfare and public trust. In his letter, Leung questioned why Ng had held back from clarifying his position regarding the controversial sale of NTUC Income-Allianz. He criticized Ng's silence during the critical period, stating that constituents were left craving strong, decisive leadership. Leung stressed that Ng's leadership clarity was vital to restoring public trust ahead of the upcoming election. Earlier on 26 April, responding to media queries, Ng defended his involvement in the Income-Allianz deal. He stated that the proposed sale had been conducted in good faith. Ng explained that a review had been initiated following the government's decision to halt the sale, aimed at learning lessons from the episode. "We will learn the proper lesson out of this episode and see how we can do better," Ng told reporters during a media interview. He emphasized that the review would help guide future improvements, better meeting business needs and responding to public feedback. Leung suggested that Ng's candidacy in Jolon Kayu SMC, rather than in a group representation constituency, reflected both his resilience and the significant challenge ahead. He noted Ng's loss in Sengkang GRC in 2020 and speculated that carrying him again in a GRC team could strain party dynamics. Jolon Kayu, carved from volatile blocks near Sengkang and Punggol, now represents Ng's new political battleground. Drawing comparisons to historical battles, Leung highlighted Ng's military background as a former lieutenant general in the Singapore Armed Forces. He argued that while Ng understood the principles of battlefield strategy, he had yet to fully apply them in the political arena. Using examples such as the Battle of Stalingrad and Wellington at Waterloo, Leung urged Ng to better anticipate alternative parties' narrative and to actively engage Jolon Kayu residents with a compelling vision. Leung described Ng's opponent, Andre Lo of the Workers' Party, as relatively untested and less formidable compared to more seasoned alternative party candidates. However, he cautioned that silence could allow Lo's narrative to dominate. He advised Ng to leverage his NTUC leadership experience, warning that these advantages would be meaningless without vocal engagement and public reassurance. Leung further criticized the proposed sale of NTUC Income-Allianz, suggesting it risked undermining Income's mission as a social enterprise supporting vulnerable communities. He urged Ng to acknowledge any misjudgment, reaffirm NTUC Income's social commitment, and transparently outline how future actions would better serve policyholders and workers. Leung also raised concerns about One Marina Boulevard, a prestigious Grade A office property intended to serve worker welfare initiatives. Instead, it now houses NTUC leadership offices, sparking criticism that it is detached from workers' needs. This prime asset, granted to the Singapore Labour Foundation to advance workers' welfare, has become a symbol of disconnect, Leung said. Leung questioned why such a valuable asset was not leased out to fund worker retraining and support programs. Why reside in such an exclusive enclave when those funds could uplift the needy? Why not lease it and channel the proceeds to retraining initiatives or financial aid? Leung warned that Ng's silence could have wider political consequences. With Sengkang led by Lam Pin Min and Punggol GRC closely contested, he cautioned that any further erosion of public trust could consolidate alternative parties' hold in these key areas. He described Jolon Kayu as a critical extension of the battleground, where strong leadership and transparency were urgently needed. In his letter, Leung concluded with a series of strategic recommendations for Ng. He urged Ng to issue a public statement addressing the NTUC Income-Allianz controversy, acknowledging public concerns and reaffirming a commitment to Income's social mission. Leung also called for a renewed public commitment to NTUC's founding purpose, suggesting a review of policies to better prioritize social objectives. Additionally, he proposed exploring leasing options for One Marina Boulevard to help fund welfare programs. To strengthen community ties, he recommended direct engagement with Jolonkai residents through town halls and door-to-door outreach. Finally, he encouraged supporting allied efforts in Sengkang and Punggol to bolster the broader electoral front.